Welcome back to another edition of the Washington Nationals here on OOTP 27. And as you can see, we have a World Series matchup of our OOTP 27 team and our OOTP 25 team in the Los Angeles Angels, who have that incredible Danny Ibarra, 80 grade power hitter, just a crazy offensive season from this guy as their first baseman. And they've got Fernando Tatis at age 37. He's wrecked, but he's playing for them, and he's been still an effective player. Let's just do the roundup on them right now. Why not? They were the best team in the West in the American League. On the pitching side of things, Mick Abel, 35 years old. He has been an absolute stud in this universe, basically ever since the get-go. 2026 wasn't great for him, but at second he was in the rotation. He's been really good, especially since like 2029 or even 2028 onwards. Basically, since he's been in LA, or Anaheim, I should say, he's been incredible, and he's been back-to-back 5-win seasons here at age 35 now, as he is set to go game one for them. And then behind him, they have Matt Casebolt, who looks like he's just off the injury list here. Really good player. This is going to be his first start of the entire 2036 campaign. Then behind him, they have Greg De La Cruz, decent-looking pitcher. And then Parker Messick, the left-hander, who's, doesn't look great, but he's been okay, I guess. And then in the bullpen, Rosario is their closer. Insane stuff on this guy. 80 grade stuff, 80 grade fastball, 80 grade slider. And then Garrett Litwin is their setup guy. Big-time movement on him as a lefty. Grant Brush, big-time lefty here as well. Then they've got Jim Darnell. He's whatever. Gregory Soto as a veteran lefty. Tink Hence is on this team. Big-time control for him. Edwin Alcia is on this team. Old friend. It looks like he signed with them in the offseason as a minor league deal, and he was in the rotation throughout the season. Actually had a good year for them. So, congratulations to Edwin Alcia. He's trying to go for 4 in a row, but with a different team. And then Dylan Ray, big-time control on this guy. And then Casey Campbell, who's kind of like a fake prospect for them. Well, on the hitting side of things, we know about Ibarra. Behind him, it is Arturo Melgoza. Really good player here. Big-time. He's even got a good eye, but big-time contact, gap power, good eye, elite speed, really good second baseman for them. And then they've got Ben Cox on the bench for some reason as a 4-win player. Not really sure what's going on there. Travis Williams is their shortstop. Really good speed here, good bat as well. Pedro Soto is their catcher. He's whatever, but he's a captain. Juan Cabada, really good contact hitter. They've got Kevin Alvarez in left field. He's got a good bat. Nelson Santana in center field is a good player. And then Felix Gonzalez at second base is also a very good player. So this is a really good team. This is not some slouch team. This is a very good team that we're taking on the World Series, trying to go for 4 in a row. Now, I should mention we have made a couple changes here. Dave Flores is ready to go here, so he is going to get a chance to play in this series. I know Jimenez has been very good for us, but we're at least going to see what Dave Flores can do in this first game. If he goes 0-for, I might just go right back to Jimenez and have Flores as the backup. But Flores, we're going to see what he can do, at least to start this series. And then Luis Lara also off the injury list, so we're going to see if he can give us some time here in center field. Rather than having Pegretti on the team, we've got Luis Lara in center field. Tamariz moves back into the 4th outfield spot. Endo Ray is in right field. So let's get into it here for the 2036 World Series. Alrighty, folks, here we are in D.C. Nationals Park. Dax Hardcastle on the bump for us, while they have Mick Abel going for them. Let's get into it here. Top 1, nothing going for them. Bottom 1, we are threatening. Second and third, 1 out here for Miguel Fonseca. 3-1 count. Spits on ball 4, and the bases are now drunk for Dave Flores, who skies it to shallow center field for out number 2. But that will tag up a runner and make it a sac fly, so we take the first run of the game. It's 1-0 here for the Nationals. Now it's Luis Hernandez, the LCS MVP, who grounds one at the third base for the third out of the inning. We do take a 1-0 lead, though, as we're on to the second. Hardcastle, of course, gives up a solo shot to tie it up. And now in some trouble here, runner on second with 2 outs. But then Soto flies one out the right field for out number 3. But they do tie it up with a solo shot, so it's 1-1 here, bottom 2. Runner on third, 2 outs here for the Angels as Luke Corsia digs in. And he hits one out to center field. That's going to land in for a base knock. Drive in Luis Lara. And the Nationals are right back on top here. 2-1 with a Luke Corsia base knock. Nothing else going in the inning. Top 3 here. Hardcastle scoreless frame. Bottom 3, nothing going. We're on to the 4th. As Hardcastle is in some trouble. First and second, nobody out. Felix Gonzalez digs in. And he hits one down the left field line. That's going to be cut off by, why am I blanking who my left fielder is? Corsia. But they do score a run. So it's 2-2. First and second still, nobody out here for Nelson Santana. 0-2 count to him, struck him out. Now a double play gets you out of it. There's the ground ball. Not going to get the double play, but it is 2 down now with 2 in scoring position. Here for the light-hitting catcher, Pedro Soto, who grounds one to Hernandez for out number 3. And it's a 2-2 game heading to the bottom of the frame, where we do nothing, and we're now on to the top of the 5th. Hardcastle once again in some trouble, but it's 2 outs. And he strikes out the batter. So we're on to the bottom of the 5th here. 2-2 games still. As we have a runner on third base, and Angel Feliz, and Luis Lara digs in. Full count to him. Strike 3. So 1 down now, runner on third for Luke Corsia. Ground ball to third base, runner stays put. Corsia's retired for out number 2, as now Jerry Harris digs in with a full count. Slow roller out to third base. Infield single makes it a 3-2 lead here for the Nationals. The speed of Jerry Harris busting it down the line. Anything else going in the inning? Nothing. So it's 3-2 here, top 6. Dax Hardcastle is going to come out of the game, as we are going to turn to Miguel Cime Jr. out of the pen. He works a scoreless frame. The offense does not, or no, never mind, the offense knocks Mick Abel out of the game here. Now second and third, 1 out for Dylan O'Ray, lefty on lefty facing Jim Darnell. And he goes down swinging. Brings up Angel Feliz. He also goes down swinging. And we strand 2. So we're on to the 7th here. Cime with a second inning of work. Scoreless frame. Bottom 7, Darnell still on the bump. Gets out of it. We're on to the 8th now. Cime is going to come out of the game. We are going to instead bring in Jay Nelson. He works a scoreless frame. And Darnell got knocked out. They bring in Garrett Litwin, their lefty big movement guy, to face Luis Hernandez with first and second and 1 out. And Hernandez pops it sky high, first base side, 2 down. Here's Dylan O'Ray. Let's bring in Barrera here against the lefty. Strike 3, just watches it. So Barrera has to come out of the game. We're going to bring in Tamariz to play right field. And then we are going to have Bobby Matamoros come in to close things out with a 1-run lead. Bobby Matamoros just blew a save. Single, fly out, double, 3-3 game now. Runner on third base, 1 out. So not only did he blow a save, he's about to give up the game here. Their light-hitting catcher, 2-2 count to him, struck him out. Now it's Cabada, top of the order. We lose. Oh my god. Well, I guess it's just that we lose because we have the chance to come back. But I mean, what the fuck? Can you expect this to happen when Bobby Matamoros is on the mound? I mean, we gotta believe in him here, right? Full count to Alvarez. Struck him out. So, strikes out 2 in the inning, but he gives up 2 runs, and now we're down by 1, bottom 9 here as they bring in their 80 grade stuff closer. And we get the bottom of our order up here in Feliz Lara. Yeah, let's just see what Angel Feliz does. Looks like he's first pitch swinging. Ground ball at the shortstop, 1 down. Oh no, it's muffed at first base. An error saves us as Angel Feliz reaches first base. So now it is Luis Lara up. Ground ball at the first base. They get Lara, but Feliz moves up to second base. So the tying run is in scoring position, and now the top of the order is up. Corsia into the hole. Somehow they throw across the diamond to get Luke Corsia and his speed. 80 grade speed, busting it down the line. They beat him there. So now Feliz on third, 2 outs, and Jerry Harris represents the go-ahead run. Slow roller to first base, and that's the game. So Bobby Matamoros blew game 1, and the Angels take a 1-0 series lead. And here we are in game 2 at Nationals Park. Jerry Harris is on the bump here for game 2, as the Angels have Matt Casebolt pitching his first game of the 2036 campaign in the big leagues here in game 2 of the World Series with a 1-0 lead for his team. As Jerry Harris immediately gives up a solo home run to start the ball game, and then still isn't out of it. Runner on second, 2 outs for Tatis, who hits one into left center field, and that's going to score another run, make it 2-0. Harris still can't get out of it. But then finally a ground ball. I should also mention that Jimenez is catching today for us, and not Flores. Because he's just been the hot hand during the postseason, and I don't want Flores cold. We've got Jimenez just playing. So now, bottom 1, down 2-0 already. 2-1. As Wade Lee hits a solo home run to make it a 2-1 game. Nothing else in the inning. Cooper Ingle is their DH. Interesting. So top 2 here. I mean, we're taking him out. I'm taking him out. He does not have it today. He does not have it today. Paul Skeens is coming in as a follower. And 2-1, 1 out. Struck out Alvarez. Brings up Danny Ibarra, the big-time bopper, who proceeds to hit a ball to pick some near but far California town. I don't fucking know. What's the town that's filled with, it's like the garlic capital or whatever the fuck. Now I'm just saying things. I don't even know. It's a 5-1 game. We're down 4-1. We're down 4 runs. I mean, this is not how we envisioned this happening, and now still not out of the inning. He's walking that guy. Finally, getting a pop-up here for out number 3, but we're down 4, heading to the bottom of the second. We do nothing offensively. Skeens gives up even more. Finally gets out of it. We're just half the offense, nothing happens. At this point, just eat innings. Just eat innings. All right, just a disaster game 2 as we drop this one 11-2. I mean, Skeens and Oshima gave us as much as they could to eat the innings and not blow out the entire bullpen here. They did a pretty good job of doing that, but I mean, we're down 2-0 in the World Series. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Jimenez went over. We're going to have Flores go next game, I guess. We need the bats to start doing things. All right, series now moves to Anaheim here as we're down 2-0. Greg De La Cruz is on the bump for them. We have Edwin Hurtado going, and we've made some changes to the lineup here as Corsia is going to lead off. It's going to be Corsia, Whaley, Luis Hernandez as our three hot bats. Harris is going to hit cleanup. Fonseca is going to be behind him, and then Flores, and then O'Ray, and then Feliz, and then Luis Lara in the 9-hole because he's actually been quite good since coming off the IL. So let's see how it goes. We need some offense, and we need the pitching not to suck ass. Immediately, double, first batter of the game for Luke Corsia. And then Whaley goes down swinging. Luis Hernandez spits on ball 4. It's first and second here for Jerry Harris, who finds some outfield grass. Base knock, that's going to score Corsia. Jerry Harris, RBI single. We strike first. Brings up Fonseca. Ground ball. Not fielded cleanly. Everyone is safe. Bases are juiced for Dave Flores, who hits one out to center field. Caught, but it'll be a sac fly to make it a 2-0 lead here for the Nationals. Inning still not over. Dylan O'Ray digs in. Ground ball to third base, and now the inning is over. Out number 3. Move things on bottom 1 here for Hurtado, who's in some trouble. First and second, 1 out. Dave Flores with an absolute cannon down to second base to get the man on second here. 2 down, runners on the corners here for Tatis. And Hurtado walks him. Bases juiced for Santana. Oh my god. He just walked in a run, makes it 2-1. Full count now again. Luckily, this is just a pop fly as they strand the bases loaded. 2-1 ball game. On to the top of the second. Runner on second here, 2 outs for Whaley. That's into the outfield. That was Corsia, and he's going to score with his speed. And Whaley is going to end up on second base. It's a 3-1 ball game, right back to having a 2-run lead. Luis Hernandez. Dribbler down the third base line. That's out number 3, but we do tack on 1 run. On to the bottom half. Hurtado scoreless frame. Offense does nothing. Hurtado in some trouble. Leadoff double for Alvarez. Now Ibarra's up with a 0-2 count. Goes down swinging. Brings up Melgoza. Ground ball. Whaley makes the play. Out number 2. Runners at third base here for Tatis, who hits one out to center field, but tracked down by Luis Lara. On to the 4th inning here. Offense trying to threaten. 2 outs, but runner on second base here for Whaley. Ground ball. Not fielded cleanly, but it does keep a run from scoring. So runners on the corners here for Hernandez. And he goes down swinging. So now we're on to the bottom of the 4th. Hurtado in some trouble. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Cooper Ingle. Ground ball to second base. That's 2 down. Runners on third base 90 feet away. The light-hitting catcher Pedro Soto spits on ball 4. Brings up the top of the order with Cabada, who hits one out to center field. That's going to land in for a base knock and make it a 3-2 ball game. Brings up Kevin Alvarez, 1-1 count. Whaley makes the play. Out number 3. Lead is still intact as we're on to the 5th. Nothing going for the offense. 4 walks. I mean, he just does not have it today. We're going to take him out. And we are going to bring in C-May. C-May is going to come in the game. Alrighty. Gets through the inning. We're on to the 6th. Edwin Alcia's on the bump for them. And he's in some trouble. 3-1 count to Luis Lara with a runner on second base and nobody out. Full count now. Spits on ball 4. First and second, nobody out for Luke Corsia. Slow dribbler back to the pitcher. Alcia goes to second with it. Alright, Lara's not actually hurt. They do get the runner at second, but it's first and third now with 1 out for Wei Lee, who crushes one. That's out of here! Wei Lee delivers with a 3-run blast. It's a 6-2 lead for the Nationals. We ain't dead yet. You can't keep them down. This experienced postseason ball club, even with the inexperienced guys delivering here in Wei Lee. 6-2 lead. Anything else going? 8-2 lead. What happened now? Jerry Harris, 2-run home run after a Luis Hernandez single. They bring in Tink Hentz. Still threatening. Runner on second here for Dave Flores. Goes down swinging. Brings up Dylan O'Ray. Spits on ball 4. Brings up Angel Feliz. Ground ball through the infield. That might score a run. It does indeed. 9-2 ball game. Luis Lara digs in. Ground ball at the second. That's finally the third out of the inning. So now we're on to the bottom of the 6th. C-May gives us a scoreless frame. Offense does nothing. We're going to get somebody in here just to give us some depth. Like somebody like Marsala, who hasn't pitched in a while. And of course, he gives up a solo shot. Still can't get out of it. But then gets a pop fly there for out number 3. So it's a 9-3 ball game. Heading on to the 8th. Still 9-3. Marsala works a scoreless frame. Still 9-3. Marsala is absolutely cooked right now. So let's just bring in, I don't know, Gardenhire to close things out. He hasn't pitched in a while. All right, 2 outs, runner on second here for Ibarra. Struck him out. 9-3, Nats take game 3 here. 2-1 series now as the Angels' lead is narrowed. All right, folks, it is game 4. 2-1 series lead for the Angels as Dylan Ray is on the bump for them. And then we have, that's going to be annoying, Dylan Ray and Dylan O'Ray in the same game. And then we have Alex Rouse on the bump, the 3 fastballs man. So top 1, we are threatening. Runner on second base in Wei Lee. 2-1 count with 1 out here to Luis Hernandez. 2-2 now. As he delivers, the playoff performer. Base knock, that's going to score the super speedy Wei Lee as we strike first. And we're still not done. Hernandez must have just swiped second base because now he's in scoring position for Fonseca with a 1-1 count. And he's going to deliver. That's going to get down into the corner. Fonseca hustling into second base with an RBI double. It's a 2-0 lead here for the, I almost said Halos because I'm seeing the ballpark, I'm seeing the team, and it's still ingrained in my brain. But it's the Nationals with a 2-0 lead. Here is Jerry Harris. Hit in the air to right field against the shift, but still caught for out number 2. Brings up Dave Flores. Ground ball out to shortstop, nothing going. Out number 3, we do tack on 2 here to give Alex Rouse a lead to start off. And of course, he's going to not make it easy. Runner on second here with 1 out for Danny Ibarra. He goes down to the fastball. Brings up Melgoza, who hits a ground ball to Wei Lee for out number 3. On to the second. 3-0 lead for the Nationals. The Dylan O'Ray just hit a home run. Angel Feliz hit a home run. It's a 3-0 lead here for the Nats. And we're still not done. Runner on second base here for Wei Lee with 2 outs. Hitting one out to right center field. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder up against the wall. Wei Li's got that super speed into second base. And it scores a run. 4-0 lead here for the Nats. Luis Hernandez digs in. That's probably going to find... No, it's not. It's going to be into the glove of Tatis in right field for out number 3. But we do take a 4-0 lead. Now we're on to the second, or bottom of the second. Rouse in some trouble. They have corners, but it's 2 outs. As Soto pops it up to right field for O'Ray, out number 3. On to the third inning here. Nothing going for the offense. Rouse in some trouble. First and second, nobody out for Ibarra. Hit well to center field. Ranging back is Lara. Puts it away. Runner at second tags up. It's the corners now with 1 out. Melgoza. 6-4-3 perhaps? Yes, indeed. Alex Rouse works the double play. The 3 fastballs man gets it done. Still a 4-0 lead as we're on to the 4th inning. And then the offense trying to threaten once more. First and second here. 1 out for Luke Corsia. The 2-2 count to him is swung through for strike 3. Now brings up Wei Li with 2 outs. Who hits a ground ball to third base for out number 3. So still 4-0 as we're on to the bottom half of the inning. And Alex Rouse gives up a leadoff double. Who then strikes out the next guy. So 1 down, brings up Travis Williams. Grounds that 3-1 pitch to third base. Hernandez makes the play, 2 down. Here is Cooper Ingle. Struck him out. Still a 4-0 game. We're on to the 5th. New pitcher for the Angels. Works a scoreless frame. Rouse works a scoreless frame. So does the Angels. Alright, so Rouse is going to come out of the game here. Gives up a leadoff triple. A bunch of lefties coming up here. Let's go Gardenhire. Oh, I forgot there's a runner on third. So I couldn't just risp it. But he strikes out the first batter he faces in Melgoza. Now brings up Gonzalez. Strikes him out too. Here's Santana, lefty on lefty. And the 2-out hit scores 1 for the Angels. I thought maybe he was going to get out of it and strand the runner at third, but that was just too complicated, too hard to do. But now Williams comes up with a 0-2 count, and then he's going to deliver with a base knock too. First and second here with 2 outs for the Halos. Brings up Ricky Flores, the DH. Spits on ball 4, and suddenly its bases juiced here as the go-ahead run is in the batter's box in Pedro Soto. But he just grounds into the third baseman, Hernandez, for out number 3, as we keep it 4-1, and we're on to the 7th. Offense does nothing. That's the wrong team. Another red team here. Lefty. Let's bring in Herrera here. Of course, he gets the first 2 and then gives up a home run. Okay, so he gets a flyout, strikeout, gives up a single to Ibarra, and then Melgoza hits a 2-run home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Let's bring in Jay Nelson. He gets at it from there. It's top 8. Offense does nothing. Still a 1-run game here. Jay Nelson, bottom 8. Scoreless frame, top 9. Flores, O'Ray, Feliz due up. Any insurance runs, perhaps? Yes, indeed. A leadoff home run in the inning by Dave Flores, his first of the postseason. And now he's still cooking. First and second here. O'Ray and Feliz are on. Nobody out for Luis Lara. Ball 4, bases juiced. Luke Corsia. Ball 4, it's a 6-3 game as he walks in a run. Wei Li digs in. Takes a 1-2 count, pops it up. Shallow, infield. Infield fly rule. 1 down. Brings up Luis Hernandez. Grounds it right into the plate. And that's a double play, isn't it? No, no double play. So they don't double him up. Still bases juice, but it's 2 outs now for Fonseca. And he just watches strike 3. We do tack on a couple in the inning, though. It's a 6-3 ball game here. 3-run lead as we are going to bring Bobby Matamoros into the game. And he gets it done. They take the first 2 games, we take the next 2 games, and the series is all tied up at 2 games apiece. All right, folks, 2-2 series here, Game 5, the last one of the series in Anaheim. Parker Messick, the left-hander, on the bump for the Angels. We have our ace in Dax Hardcastle going to potentially give us a 3-2 lead in the series, heading back into DC. Let's get into it here. Top 1, nothing going for the offense. Hardcastle scoreless frame. I guess that was an opener, or their guy got hurt, because now Alcia's in the game. And he works a scoreless frame. So does Hardcastle. And then we take a 1-0 lead here. Dave Flores, solo home run, top of the 3rd. Another home run. Luis Lara just hit a home run with his 30-grade power. 2-0 National. I almost said it again. Angels lead. 2-0 Nationals lead. Nothing else going in the inning. Hardcastle scoreless frame. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs against the Angels as Jim Darnell comes in to replace Alcia. Dylan O'Ray digs in and spits on ball 4. Bases juiced now for Dave Flores. And he goes down swinging for out number 3. So we're on to the bottom half of the inning. Scoreless frame for Dax. Offense does nothing. So does theirs. Offense does nothing. So does theirs. Offense threatening here. Runner on second. 1 out. Dave Flores, 2-1 count. Ground ball to third base. That's going to be 2 down. Runner moves up to third base. Brings up Luis Lara. 0-2 count to him. As Tink Hentz comes in the game. Works a ground ball. And that's out number 3. So still 2-0 here as we're on to the bottom of the 7th. And, of course, I left Hardcastle in a bit too long, and now there's 2 on in scoring position with 1 out for Fernando Tatis Jr. I mean, he's been so fucking good. We've got to give him a chance. There's 2 outs. Works the pop fly. He's 1 out from getting out of this, and it's Santana. Full count to him. Struck him out! Dax Hardcastle, 7 scoreless here in Anaheim in Game 5. Offense trying to threaten here as Whaley's on second for Luis Hernandez. 1-2 count. Hits it to deep left field. Oh my god, caught at the... Oh no, it is gone! The playoff performer delivers! A line drive, 2-run shot for Luis Hernandez makes it a 4-0 lead for the Nationals. Anything else going? Yes, indeed. Runner on second here for Jerry Harris. Hits this one opposite way, but it's going to be caught by Tatis. Brings up Feliz. Goes down swinging. As we're now on to the bottom of the 8th. And now let's go pitch by pitch. Hardcastle works a ground ball. Infield single, though. That is brutal. Brutal. All right. We got to take him out now. We just have to. Engel, Soto, and then a bunch of lefties. So we're going to bring in Sakamoto here. Bit unconventional, but we believe. As he works the pop fly there for out number 1. Then it brings up Pedro Soto. Struck him out. Not going to get to strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. One of the best plays in baseball, but we do get 2 outs. Now runner on second here. Felix Gonzalez comes up, and he's going to hit a single into right field. That's going to score 1. So the shutout is no longer a thing, but it's still a 4-1 lead, as Sakamoto will strike out that guy. And we are now on to the top of the 8th. The offense. It was already 4-1. What am I saying? It's what, first and second, 2 outs. Whaley up at the plate. That's going to bloop in down the right field line. Whaley's got that super speed. This might be a triple. He's not stopping it. Oh, he is stopping at second. He is stopping at second. It's a 6-1 lead here for the Nationals as Luis Hernandez comes up. And that's going to be fielded at third base for out number 3. But we have a 5-run lead heading on to the 9th. And, it's the heart of the order here, so even though it's not a save situation, we're going to let Matamoros pitch. Of course, he's going to give up a home run to Ibarra. And then get in some trouble here. First and second, 1 out. What is going on with Bobby Matamoros? I mean, you got to believe in Matamoros here, right? You got to believe that he can work a ground ball. 2-2. Boom. Strikes out this guy. He's teetering on the red. This is his last batter no matter what. And, of course, it's going to be a little bloop single. No one scores, though, but it's bases juice, 2 outs. And we are going to bring in Jay Nelson. This could be a disaster. But it's just a ground ball instead. We take a 3-2 series lead. We drop the first 2, win the next 3, and now the series is going back home to DC. And all we need is 1 game. 1 game is all we need. All right, folks, it is Game 6. We are back here at Nationals Park. We have a 3-2 series lead, and Jerry Harris is looking to right the ship. His last time out, he had a horrible performance on the hill. We're looking to have something better here. He has a chance to put that behind him and truly have what is probably going to be his last series here as a national. If he comes out here, just dominates, we get the win. What a way to end it. What a way to end it for his career here in Washington, D.C., if that ends up being what it is. But let's just see what happens, as it's not looking good already. Second and third, nobody out for Danny Ibarra. All right, we'll take that. 1 down. Runner comes in to score, though. It's a 1-0 Angels lead. Brings up Melgoza. Struck him out. Now it's Tatis. Struck him out. So 1-0 lead, we'll take that. Our offense does nothing. Harris gives up a solo shot. Gets at him from there. It's a 2-0 Angels lead. Offense trying to threaten here. Runner on second base for Jerry Harris. Contribute to your own cause, please. Slicing that one. Beautiful. Somehow that stays fair down the left field line. A 2-run blast off the bat of Jerry Harris ties the game and eliminates the runs that he himself gave up. And then Dave Flores goes back-to-back. He's got 3 home runs, and he's only played like 4 games in the postseason. Something like that. My goodness, what a player. Anything else? No. 3-2 lead here for the Nationals, though. Top 3. Harris works to score this frame. The offense threatening here in the bottom of the third. First and second, 2 outs for Dave Flores. Pitch gets away, both runners move up. So now 2 in scoring position here for Flores. Full count. Spits on ball 4. Bases are drunk for Dylan O'Ray. 2-1 count. And of course, just grounds it to first base and we strand the runners. So it's still just a 3-2 game. We're on to the 4th. Harris in some trouble here with a runner on second, but it's 2 outs. 1-2 to Cooper Ingle. And, of course, he's going to deliver with a base knock to make it a 3-3 game. Or it was already 3-3. That's going to make it 4-3. Never mind. Never mind. They take the lead. Can we get that from here, please? Yes, we can. So now bottom 4. Nothing going for the offense. I mean, let's see what he does with this Alvarez guy. All right, gets the ground ball. 1 down, runner on third with 1 out. Am I able to... Yeah, pitching strategy. Let's just turn this off for one thing. We're going to intentionally walk this motherfucker. Then go back to what we usually have it set on. And we're going to take... I'm looking at the wrong thing again. We're going to take Harris out of the game. And we're going to bring on... perhaps like a ground baller like Sime. Yeah, we're going to believe in Sime. Oh my god. He picks off at first base and eliminates the double play. Is he even fast? I mean, I guess. Oh my god. So it's a 5-3 game now because the guy came in to score on the pickoff attempt, but 2 down here, runner on third. Tatis comes up, gets it blown by him, but we're down 2. Bottom 5 here. The offense has got to pick up Harris because he was terrible. All right, runners on the corners here. 2 outs for Dave Flores. That is skied high to right field for out number 3. Nothing going. We're on to the 6th. Sime in some trouble. Runners on the corners. 1 out. I'm going to trust he can get a double play here. He strikes out Soto. Brings up the top of the order with Cabada. I believe. I absolutely believe. Covers the bag himself. We are now through the bottom of the 6th. Or we're on to the bottom of the 6th, I should say. As our offense, Dylan O'Ray gets off with a leadoff double. Brings up Angel Feliz. 3-1 count to him, facing Jim Darnell. That's going to be sliced down the right field line. Lands in fair. Dylan O'Ray scores from second base. It's a 5-4 ball game. We cut their lead down to 1. Here's Luis Lara. 1-1 count to him. And that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play, and we have no base runners. But then, Luke Corsia triples and brings up Wei Lee, who then strikes out. So, still a 5-4 game. We're now on to the 7th. Sime is going to come out of the game. I keep clicking. We were here previous, and now we're back to being here. So I keep clicking on the wrong thing. You know what? I fucking believe in Jake Marsala. Maybe I shouldn't. First and second, 1 out. But then he strikes out Tatis. And now it's lefty on lefty. Easy peasy. I have always believed in Jake Marsala. I've never doubted him ever. 5-4 game. We're on to the bottom of the 7th. Nothing going for the offense. We're on to the 8th. And Marsala gives up another run. Solo home run by Felix Gonzalez. It's a 2-run game. Once again, clicking on the wrong thing. We have all these lefties coming up, so let's just see if he can get through. Of course, he can't. We'll let him fit. Oh, he's in the red, though. We'll go Gardenhire. First and second, one out. That's pop fly. We make the play. Everyone stays put. Two down. Now it's Ibarra. Works a ground ball. Wei Lee makes the play. Keeps it 6-4. We have 2 frames to score 2 runs. And they have their 80 grade stuff reliever, Alex in Flanders Fields Rosario. O'Ray, Feliz, Lara due up. We definitely want O'Ray hitting. As I say that, he's going to strike out, like, looking on an 0-2, isn't he? At least he was swinging, I guess. Now it's Feliz, who's been hot recently. And of course, he just watches strike 3. And now it's Lara, who skies it. Doesn't even reach the outfield grass. 1-2-3, go the Nationals. We're down 6-4. Top 9. Gardenhire scoreless frame. We're down 2 here with the top of the order up against Alex Rosario. Luke Corsia works a full count. Spits on ball 4. He'll take his base. Brings up Wei Lee. That is clobbered. He delivers! The youngster in his first postseason with a 2-run blast here in the bottom of the 9th. Ties the game up at 6 apiece, and it's still nobody out as their 80 grade stuff reliever Alex Rosario blows the game. And we've got Hernandez, Fonseca, Harris still due up. 2-1 count to Luis Hernandez. Hit well to right field, but not well enough. 1 down. Brings up Fonseca. That's a single up the middle. Base knock for the lumbering first baseman. We are now going to... we're never going to pinch hit Tamariz, so we're going to pinch run Tamariz at first base. Because if you don't know, he's very fast. And now with Jerry Harris at the dish with 1 out and a runner on first. 2-2 count. Just watches strike 3. So now it's 2 down. Here's Dave Flores. Does not find grass. That's out number 3. But thanks to Wei Lee, we're still alive. On to the 10th. Tamariz could come into play first. I think what I'll do is I'll have Tamariz play first, and then the next time he comes up in the order, then we'll pinch hit Barrera, probably. We'll see how it shakes out, but... Gardenhire... Let's go batter by batter here. Travis Williams. Fly ball left field. Over the head of Corsia. That is not what we wanted. This Gonzalez guy's been having himself a postseason. Let's just believe in Gardenhire. 0-2. Gets the strikeout. Brings up Soto, the catcher. Gets a weak ground ball. That's 2 down as Hernandez makes the play. And here is Aponte, who's mainly a slap hitter here. 0-2 count to him. Ground ball, fielded by Feliz. Scoreless frame for Gardenhire. We are now on to the bottom of the 10th with a chance to walk it off as they bring in Parker Messick out of the bullpen, their starter. O'Ray, Feliz, Lara due up. Lefty on lefty here. I think what we'll do here is we'll have Barrera pinch hit, and then if we end up in the field, we'll have Tamariz play right and Barrera will play first. Marco Barrera. pops it up. Foul territory, first base side. 1 down. Here's Angel Feliz. That's going to find some outfield grass in front of Tatis in right field. So Feliz on with a base knock, brings up Luis Lara. 2-1 count to him. Pitch gets away. Feliz moves up to second base. He's in scoring position. Full count now, or 3-1 to Lara, rather. Grounds that one at the shortstop. Runner stays put. So 2 down here for Luke Corsia. Full count. That's going to be hit in left field. That finds outfield grass. Oh, they don't send Feliz. They do not send Feliz. Oh my God, how can you not send Feliz there? He's fast. Is their left fielder have like a crazy arm or something? Okay, yeah, it would have been tough. But runners in the corners here, 2 outs. Wei Lee. 2-0. Skies at the center. Man, that is rough. So yeah, now Barrera goes to first. Tamariz goes to right. Gardenhire is going to come out of the game. They've got a bunch of righties coming in here. We are going to bring in Jay Nelson, who, of course, is going to get into some trouble here. Runners on the corners. 1 out for Ben Cox. Lefty here. I'm tempted to go Sakamoto. We're going to do just that. And, of course, he's going to go down 3-1 immediately. And he's going to walk a guy. Come on. Ground ball. We don't get the double play, but we get the run at the plate. 2 down. Travis Williams. Struck him out. Sakamoto does it. He gets it done. It's still a 6-6 game. We're on to the bottom of the 11th. Let's fucking go. It's Luis Hernandez, Tamariz, and Harris due up. Not exactly who you want up second, but the playoff performer leading off the inning. That's going to be caught. Yep. Tatis makes the play. 1 down, brings up Tamariz. Now, it is against a lefty. That should work in his favor as he swings at a pitch in the other batter's box. 2 down, brings up Jerry Harris. That's not even, barely reaches the outfield grass. 1, 2, 3 go the Nationals. We're on to the 12th. Sakamoto's going to stay in. We're going to go batter by batter. Felix Gonzalez. Ground ball to short. Feliz makes the play. Nice scoop by the lumbering first baseman of Marco Barrera. How tall is he? He looks massive out there. He's 6'5". Okay. Now we got Soto. Of course, he's going to hit down the left field line. Their light-hitting catcher in the 9-hole. And it's a double. Now it's the top of the order here. Full count to Aponte. And we're immediately down 7-6. Not what you want. Not what you want at all. We're going to go to Merlini here. Works a ground ball. That should be out number 2, but the runner moves up to 90, moves up to third, 90 feet away from scoring. And now it's Danny Ibarra, who grounds out to second base. Wei Lee makes the play, but we are now down 1. And we need to score at least 1. Flores, Barrera, Feliz due up for us. Dylan Ray comes out of the bullpen. 1-2 to Flores. Strikes him out. Now's Marco Barrera. Hit well, but not well enough. 2 down. Angel Feliz is our last hope. And he goes down swinging. A Game 7 has been forced. This is for all the marbles, folks. Game 7 of the World Series, trying to win 4 in a row. And we have had ourselves a hell of a series here. Edwin Hurtado is on the bump for us. He is on fire, as you can see. He's on a hot streak. He's been fantastic for us down the stretch. The lineup is the same as it was last game. We've been rocking this 1-2-3. Basically, the idea is that Corsia, Wei Lee are both hot as hell. Hernandez was hot as hell, and we're hoping that he can continue. He's the playoff performer. And then you get the power and avoid K, power, swing and bat the ball. So it's like swing and miss, avoid K, swing and miss, avoid K, swing and miss, avoid K. So you don't want any sort of like double swing and miss sort of guys. And that's been the philosophy that's been helping us here as... we have Hurtado on the mound, like I said. They have Greg De La Cruz. So we should have the pitching advantage, but it's not like this guy's a total slump or a total schmuck. So let's get into it here. Hurtado, runner on second. 2 outs here for Melgoza. Luckily kept in front of Flores. And then Melgoza flies one out to center field. That'll be caught by Lara for out number 3. So we're on to the bottom half of the inning. Wei Lee's on second base here. Luis Hernandez at the dish. I'm assuming Hernandez is out. Yes. 2 down, runner on third base. Miguel Fonseca. Hit a sky high to center field, but out number 3 as it's just shallow center. On to the second. Hurtado scoreless frame. The offense. Jerry Harris delivers with a leadoff solo shot, makes it a 1-0 Nats lead. And now it's a runner on second here. Dylan O'Ray with a double with Angel Feliz at the dish. 1 out. And Feliz goes down swinging. Brings up Luis Lara. He is plunked. First and second here with 2 outs. Top of the order with Luke Corsia. And he delivers. That's going to get down in the right center field gap. That's going to score 1. Move the other runner up to third base. We have the corners now with a 2-run lead here in the second for Wei Lee, who skies it to right field. That'll be caught for out number 3, but we have a 2-0 lead as we're on to the third. Hurtado scoreless frame. The offense does nothing. Hurtado in some trouble, but it's 2 on, 2 outs. Full count to Santana. Struck him out. We're on to the bottom half of the inning. Offense does nothing. Hurtado in some trouble here, and his pitch count is already getting up there. He's starting to be teetering on the red here. Runner on second, 1 out for Juan Cabada. This is the 3rd time through. I'm assuming the guy before him just doubled. Yeah, he just gave up a double. Let's get him out of there. Bunch of lefties coming up here. Let's bring in Wellington Herrera to face these lefties, huh? Did they just pinch hit in the 5th to counter that? They did indeed. Oh for 6 is a pinch hitter, now 0 for 7. 2 down. They're pinch hitting again to counter it. And then, of course, they single up the middle. That's probably going to make it 2-2. It is indeed. It's a tie ball game here in the 5th. And then Ibarra goes down swinging. So we're now on to the bottom of the 5th. Wei Lee's on second base with 2 outs for Fonseca. And then he just goes down swinging. So we're now on to the 6th. Man, everyone is tired. Let's go Merlini. Runner on second, 1 out. Nelson Santana digs in. 1-2 count to him. Ground ball at the first base, fielded by Fonseca, makes the play himself, 2 down. Now it's Travis Williams. Skies it. Infield, Fonseca comes in to makes the play. Out number 3, still a 2-2 game. We're on to the bottom half of the 6th. Nothing going for the offense. We're on to the 7th. Full count to Cooper Ingle as Merlini stays in, gets the strikeout. Now we got the catcher, Pedro Soto. Of course, the light-hitting catcher is going to give them a late lead here with a solo shot. 3-2. We're taking Merlini out of the game. I mean, I'm tempted to just throw Skeens in there, honestly. No, we're going to go C-May. All right, C-May gets out of it from there. We're on to the bottom of the 7th. Down 1. Feliz, Lara, Corsia. Lara's hurt. But we have second and third. Nobody out. Of course Lara got hurt. He's wrecked. Knee inflammation. Yep, that's his... I mean, this is the last game anyways. But, Dylan O'Reilly is going to now go to center field. Wilkin Tamariz is going to come in to pinch hit and play right field. So we have 2 speedy runners at third and second here for Luke Corsia. Hits a screamer, but right to the center fielder. And Feliz is going to tag up. It's a 3-3 game. So 1 down, runner on second here for Wade Lee. Look at all the speed here. Speed, 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 speed. Hernandez has speed. Fonseca doesn't. Harris, I believe, has speed. Harris absolutely has speed. Flores is not fast. For a catcher, he's decently fast. O'Reilly has speed. We have so much good speed on this team. But, yeah, Whaley up. 1-2 count. Ground ball right side of the infield. That could possibly be an infield single with the speed, baby. Runners on the corners. 1 out for Luis Hernandez. That is skied to center field. That might be a sac fly, though. It is indeed, folks. 4-3 Nats lead on a sac fly. Here's Miguel Fonseca. Some more speed. Wei Lee swiping second base, getting himself into scoring position for the Big Bopper, who goes down looking. So now we're on to the 8th here. We're going to go batter by batter with here at C-May. Ibarra leading off the inning in a 1-run game. Spits on ball 4. Melgoza then goes down the right field line, and they're probably going to immediately tie it up. That is not what you want. Triple, 4-4 game, and they got a runner on third with nobody out. Man. Fuck it. Bobby Matamoros coming into the 8th. Full count. Here to Tatis. Struck him out. Nelson Santana. Struck him out. Travis Williams. Ground ball, he does it. He strands the runner at third. Bobby Matamoros. What a monster. As Garrett Litwin comes in here in the 8th, he's their nasty lefty movement guy. As we have Harris, Flores, and O'Reilly do up. And they do nothing. 4-4 still here, top 9. Matamoros is not set to go 2 innings. He cannot do that. Everyone is tired, though. Lefty, righty, lefty. Let's bring in Gardenhire. Or let's... He's got 50%. He's got 70%. Oh, man. Let's go Sakamoto. 1-2 here. As they counter with a pinch hitter, of course. But he's still going to fly it to center field. That's 1 down. Brings up Soto, the catcher, who gave them the lead earlier. This time he strikes out. And now it's top of the order. Pinch hitting is Daniel Susac. Ground ball. Whaley makes the play. 1, 2, 3. Go the Angels. We're on to the bottom of the 9th with a chance to walk it off in Game 7 of the World Series. Jim Darnell, who's pitched it feels like every game of this series. I know I can see that he actually hasn't, but it's felt like that. In the game here in the 9th, Feliz, Tamariz, Corsia due up here for the Nats. Angel Feliz, well hit down the left field line, but it's caught by Susac playing left field? You're telling me they have this guy playing left field and he just made that fucking play? Are you kidding me? All right, Wilkin Tamariz. Full count to him. I mean, Daniel Susac is just going to make plays in left field, I guess. All right. Now it's Luke Corsia. Finding Susac again. This time it lands in front of him. Brings up Wei Lee. Slow roller. He's got the speed. Infield single. Infield single, folks. First and second. 2 outs. Luis Hernandez. Ground ball, out number 3. As we are now on to the 10th inning extras here in Game 7. Oh my God. We're going to get one more batter out of Sakamoto. Of course, gets him 0-2 and then gives up a single. I mean, do we go Jay Nelson 70%? I think we got to go Jay Nelson 70% before we start going to Skeens and Oshima. Oh, 2 to Ibarra. Weakly grounds it back to the pitcher. Nelson goes to second with it. They get the lead runner. All right, 1 down. Runner on first here for Melgoza. Struck him out. 2 down. Brings up Tatis. 2-2 to him. Ground ball out to short. Feliz makes the play. Scoreless frame for the Nationals. For Jay Nelson. We're on to the bottom of the 10th now, and the former Nat Edwin Alcia is on the bump, facing Fonseca, Harris, and Flores. 3-1 to Fonseca. Spits on ball 4. I mean, none of these guys can run. Gabby Berry can't really run, so we might as well just keep Fonseca in there. Jerry Harris, 2-1 count. Oh my God. Screamer off the right field wall. Fonseca's lumbering around the bases. Probably going to end up at third base. Oh my God, Jerry Harris! Let's go! Miguel Fonseca just scored from first base on a Jerry Harris walk-off RBI double. 4 in a row. 4 in a fucking row, folks. Oh my God. Hurtado was good enough. And then the bullpen. Herrera, Merlini, Sime, Matamoros, Sakamoto, Nelson. All these guys pretty much tired, not fully rested, going in there, gritting it out, and just coming from behind one after the other. I mean, what a gritty postseason performance from this Nationals ball club. 2 hits on the day from Corsia and Harris. 4 hits on the day for Wei Lee as he ends up as... It's not going to tell me here. He was dynamite in that series. He had to have been. Oh yeah, Wei Lee series MVP. He was fantastic. He slashed 412, 429, 735, 3 home runs, 10 ribbies, and 14 hits. Jerry Harris was fantastic. You could have given it to him too. Feliz was really good. Corsia was good. Fonseca was good. On the pitching side of things, you had Hardcastle gave you 12 innings. I mean, just what a performance. That's 4 World Series in a row for the Washington Nationals here. And this time, we almost didn't get it. Game 7, extra innings. It takes a walk-off from Jerry Harris. I mean, what a team. What a team. We lose James Wood and Harry Ford, and then we end up still winning the World Series. Which, by the way, James Wood is on this Rockies team, isn't he? Yeah, good year for him. But makes the playoffs, so he's right back in the playoffs. But they don't. They with the wild card I saw, but they actually won the division. Oh my God, the West was terrible. That is horrible. But as we know, going back 4 years now, 2035 was this year was 2036 in 7 games over the Angels. 2035 in 6 over the Astros. 2034 in 6 over the Twins, and 2033 in 7 over the Toronto Blue Jays. That is 4 straight World Series. I mean, what else is there even to accomplish at this point, folks? We have done it all. 4 straight 100-win seasons as well. I mean, what a team. What a team here in Washington, D.C. Crazy stuff.